Hello and welcome to Ketterk Farms. We are back with another episode of Royalton, Minnesota today. And we're going to be doing that on a live stream. So we are just getting everything set up here. Hopefully all of our technical difficulties that I was running into earlier today have been resolved. So please give me a holler in chat if anything seems out of place. But we are all set up today. We're going to be doing a bit of harvest. I wasn't quite sure exactly where things were going to go on the Royalton map here. And it's just kind of been an interesting experience here. So we're going to take a look at a few different things and maybe jump around between a few jobs. And as always, Seasons is keeping this series kind of interesting with the weather and all. So let's take a look at chat here. We've got quite a few people in chat already. So welcome to the stream, everyone. Looks like we've got Landon just joining the stream. How you doing, Landon? Dominic, Mark, Corbin, Colton Plays. We've got quite a few people here, so we're going to go ahead and be catching up on a few things here. So let's start by looking at the map today. We did a fair amount of silage on field 31 with the corn here. And to be honest, we just don't need that much silage. So after running silage for a couple of hours with a 1.5 meter silage harvester, we decided we were going to save the rest of this corn to just harvest regularly and put into the bins. And so we'll see how that goes. Catching up on chat here. Hi, Jeff. You love the videos, especially Flint Hills? Yeah, Flint Hills has been a really fun series. I thought about streaming on that again today, but honestly, I just need a break from harvest on that map. So we're going to jump in here. So I'm going to go ahead and just get started here on some harvest. And while I do that, we'll get a few things set up. Oh, and I'm looking down at my stream deck because my GPS settings aren't working, and we're driving off into the middle of nowhere here. So let's go ahead and get GPS running here to make my life just a smidge easier. And there we go. Dylan, first live you've actually been able to catch. Nice. Well, welcome to the stream. We tend to have a little bit of fun here. We are going to turn off the lines, though. Man, I'm not going to catch up on all of these hellos. My entire chat window to my right here is just full of highs. So welcome to the stream, everyone. Dominic, you just started Flint Hills. Well, it's a great map. I've really been loving it. Marjan, hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the live streams. What kind of a combine am I running, Hunter? This is a John Deere 650. This is released by JHHG Modding, and I always use his 700 series combines, but I never really took the chance to try out his 600 series, and so I thought this would be a good series to try that out. It's a really detailed combine. I actually like all the details on the interior screens and the gauges that work, so really well done mod. And I'm using the Drago corn head here, corn/sunflower head, because we are going to be doing some sunflowers a little bit later tonight. And one of the cool things that I just noticed on this map is if you look in my grain hopper here, you'll see that there's some debris mixed in with the corn. And this is something that's unique to Royalton, because the Royalton map has a lot of custom textures. And I really like this corn texture because if you've ever harvested corn in real life, you're going to notice that you get corn stalks and different things in here. And, you know, it isn't just clean corn all the time. So I'm really digging these textures. Ryan says, please do a series on Lone Oak. I'm not sure I'm going to get to that anytime soon. Lone Oak is a great map. I played Lone Oak a little bit offline. I don't think I've ever done a series on it, though. That might be a good idea of a map to kind of go back to at some point. I'll put it on the list. Moldy Milk says, where can I download Flint Hills? You can get the link on JHHG Modding's Facebook page. They have an itch.io page where they host all of their mods. We're going to go ahead and put this combine right over here and bring the truck down here to unload him, I think. And I've had my game on for quite a while in the background before the stream, so we got to wait for that to catch up. Do you know how to download the bushels thing on FS17? So the mod that I use in FS19 is called Unit Convert Lite, and that mod existed in FS17 as well. So if you search, you should be able to find it. Burke, FSN with a question mark. I'm assuming you're asking when am I going to do some FSN again? And I am looking to potentially start running episodes on FSN again here in the not too distant future. I've got a lot going on for the next couple of weeks, but as that starts to wind down, I was thinking about starting up a series on FSN again. So we'll see, coming soon. Ben says, when did we start? We just started, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes ago. Hey, Illinois farmer, good to see you. Yeah, Hunter, I usually use the 700 series combines myself, but this is a much smaller farm than I typically play, and a 700 series combine just felt like overkill. And so I thought we would start out with this 650, and honestly, for this small of a farm, a 650 is probably overkill. But I wanted to use kind of small to medium-sized modern equipment, and this was the first combine that jumped into my head. When is an update coming to Royalton? I have no idea. In fact, I'm not even sure if an update is going to come anytime soon. I haven't seen anything from TJ Custom Edit's Facebook page, so I would recommend following along on that. And yeah, permas, the corn cobs just get thrown out the back quite a bit. Now, the one thing I will say that's a little weird with this corn texture is the stuff coming out of the back of the combine is green. And that looks a little bit odd to me. But other than that, Joe says, you've been following my tutorial videos on auto drive, but you're doing something wrong, can't get a truck to unload anything. So two things that come to mind with truck unload problems is if you're using manual attach, make sure all your hoses and stuff are hooked up. And then other than that, like, it should just, if you put your point past the trigger you're going to drive through, auto drive should just detect the trigger. So I always recommend using a base game piece of equipment anytime you run into problems, and then seeing if it works with the base game equipment rather than a specific mod. Looking forward to potato harvest on this map, Stranded. Yeah, me too. I don't think I've ever done potato harvest in all my time playing FS19. So if the potatoes get ready here, we're going to jump into that. In fact, we were looking at the map here before I got distracted. You can see field 31 is what we're working on now. This is this little tiny bit of corn we have. And then I've got potatoes here in field 30. And then there's some sunflowers and potatoes over in this area too. And so everything, whoa, should be getting ready to harvest here soon. We must have crop destruction turned off somewhere here. We're going to turn that back on because I like to pay for my mistakes. And now I did the headlands down there was the main reason why I had to drive that truck all the way down to the other end. I think in general I should be unloading in the middle of this field from now on. And so we're going to actually take this truck and put it right here in the middle of the field so that no matter where I get full, I don't have so far to drive to it. And with a farm this size, I just didn't see much point in having a grain cart set up and running. I think we're just going to run this a bit manually today. I'm taking a little bit of a break from courseplay today. We've had our fair share of fun times with courseplay lately, so I figured we'd just do a few jobs on our own. If you like Oakfield Farm, there's a great Italian version. I have not actually played many of the European maps. Gen Z, good to see you again. Hello from South Africa. It's got to be a little bit later in the evening down there. Good morning, Casper. Colton says Royalton is the best. You just built a farm on it. I agree. I love Royalton. It's been a good map. It's got, it's got its issues, but it's got a lot of detail too. I just like how it's laid out. Hey, Harvick, good to see ya. Canadian farmer, not a Case fan, you see. So this is a John Deere farm. I'm a John Deere fan at heart, but I will be running a Case farm in one of my upcoming series here. There's so many good Case mods that have come out lately that we're definitely going to have to get a Case farm up and running again here. I did, in my defense, run Case on Clark Farms, so that's how it goes. Do you do modding at all, or do I just download from other people? So, American Farmkin, I do a little bit of modding, mostly editing. I don't have the skills for doing 3D mods myself at this point. I haven't really spent a lot of time learning things like Blender and stuff, so we're working on it. Eli, is this combine all platforms? It is, but I'm using a PC-specific version of it, but I'm pretty sure JHHG released it on the Mod Hub, so there is a version that's available for console. Custom harvesting series, that is coming soon as well. I've got big plans for that, and I mentioned it a couple of live streams ago, and I just haven't had a chance to really put the finishing touches on that. Part of that was things like putting my logos on vehicles and stuff, but it's also a little bit about finding the right maps and figuring out how I want to do that. So stay tuned. That's something that I think is going to materialize here in the next few weeks. Hey, Pleasant View Farms, welcome to the stream, buddy. And I'm just taking a look. Looks like everything's good on the stream side, so we're gonna keep going on this corn harvest. This should only take us, 5-10 minutes here, and then we're gonna advance time and see what kind of trouble we can get into, probably with potatoes, but maybe with sunflowers. We'll see what's ready first. Carter, the bushels mod is called Unit Convert Lite, and it is something that's available. Thundar Modding created the mod, and I did a tutorial on it probably a couple months ago now. So if you search for a video that I did called Unit Convert or a Unit Convert tutorial, you should find it, and you'll be able to download it. There's a link in the description of that video, or on the Discord server as well. Which, for those that are just joining, if you're new to the community, we do have a Discord server. And we have a lot of fun there, a lot of very helpful people there. I think we're at, I don't know, somewhere around 1,300 members at this point on the Discord server. So there's a lot of people there, but it's a great place to go if you're looking for help, trying to solve some issues with mods that you're using, or just looking for people to talk to. And we've also got a multiplayer server that's available to all of the community members that are on the Discord server. So if that's you're looking for people to play with and looking for a multiplayer server, we do have one of those going now. And in fact, we're probably going to be making some changes to the community multiplayer server here in the next week or so. We've had a few requests to rotate the map, and so I've got a good idea of what map we're going to, but I'm going to hold off on saying it out loud until I've made up my mind next week. A roleplay series, Corbin. I've tried to do roleplay in the past. I'm not sure I'm that great at it. I'd say the closest that I've gotten so far would be my Westby series. And I'm going to definitely do another series that's in the vein of Westby, where we do a smaller farm with some older equipment. A version of that series, maybe not on Westby, the map itself, But a series very much like that is something that's going to be coming out here pretty soon. I've already started working on putting parts of that together, so stay tuned for that if you like smaller, older equipment. Am I going to do a Griffin, Indiana series? I thought about it, but probably not. I think I probably missed the boat on that map. There's a lot of people that are doing a series on that, and so I'm not really planning on hitting that anytime soon. I think there's a lot of other maps that have come out since or come out before, and I just got, the map list is long. Like, there are so many great maps out there to try, so we'll be doing something that a lot of people aren't doing, I think, when we start a new series off here. Tristan, yeah, I love this grain truck over here. And the fact that I was able to put my logo on it just makes me smile. I don't know. I think you'll be seeing me add my logo to a few more things soon. Oh, there we go. We've got K-State in the chat. Yes, you've been helping me come up with some ideas for the next iteration of the multiplayer server, which I really appreciate. Eli, what mods do I use? I use hundreds of mods. On this series, we've got a pretty short list of mods, actually. And so, I'm not sure. Most of the mods I'm using here are either JHHG Modding's John Deere equipment, or Custom Modding has released a few. Just about everything is something that came from Mod Hub. And then this truck is by 5.9s. Superfly, I think the sell prices are too high. Yeah, that's generally true of Farm Sim in, across the board. I think there are some mods that help out with that a little bit, but I've been kind of hesitant to use them because I don't want to just affect the sell prices. Like, if I'm going to go ultra realistic, I want to affect all the mods across the board. Like, how much it costs to plant, how much seed we use, how much fertilizer costs. I think herbicide costs are way too high in the game, actually, by comparison. Is that a Garinghoff header? Who makes this header? It's a Draco header, but I don't know who makes it. Olimac? So we're almost full here in the grain truck, and so I'm going to run this up to the bin site here. And we did get this set up with propane just before I started the live stream, mostly because I wanted to make sure that this unique wet corn was going to actually work here. This is a different fill type than the base game, so I kind of wanted to make sure this was going to work, and I'll be honest, I forgot to check. But since the dryer is no longer running, and it looks like it's moved down into the dry display there, it does appear to be working. So we're gonna go ahead and dump this grain truck. I love the little grain door. This is working good. County Line is a good map I should try. County Line has been on my list of maps to try for a long time. That's a great suggestion. Do I know if Marksville has a custom geo? Ooh, good question. I don't think it does. I don't think that MRG has added custom geos to any of his maps at this point. Zachary, am I going to do Millennial Farmer map? I get this question probably about 10 times a day right now, and I don't know how to answer it. Right now I'm going to say I don't know. Part of me is tempted. I had a lot of fun on that map, but also I did spend somewhere around 250 hours playing that map, maybe a little bit more. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go back to that right now, or if I'm going to wait a little bit. So kind of jury's still out on that one for me. Now let's jump in cab here. Oh yeah, this mod has a great in-cab view as well. If I get rid of my HUD here. Now if I'd remembered to grab my controller before the live stream, I could do a little bit smoother turning while in cab here, but this is just a great mod. I love this grain truck. So we're just gonna come right back down here, put this out on the edge of the field, and all these textures where the corn gets knocked down as you drive over it and stuff. Oh, I just love this stuff. It makes it feel that much more realistic. All right, let's see where are we at in chat here. You guys are going faster than I can keep up. Sandman says you were surprised you played Seneca County and put your corn through dryer and it sold for less than regular corn. Ooh, that would be definitely disappointing. Well, let's put this pipe back in, get our header turned on. It looks like we got one pass left here, which is good. Can I release Flint Hills on console? Livin answered this one for me, but yeah, not my map. Hey, it's the Farm Sim Guy. Welcome to the stream. For those that aren't aware, Farm Sim Guy is also a awesome content creator. And I love watching his live streams. Learn a lot actually watching his live streams. And to those that were asking about auto drive earlier, Farm Sim Guy has been putting out really good tutorials on auto drive lately. So the ones that I put out a while back are kind of dated at this point. A lot has changed with auto drive. So I would definitely recommend heading over and checking out the more recent tutorials that Farm Sim Guy has done on that, because his stuff is really awesome. Hey, Dairy, the carpet farmer has arrived. Can't wait for the TR New Holland combines to get released, Mr. Codwell. I agree. I am super excited that Tired Iron Modding gave me a chance to check those out ahead of release. And it's just a really well put together mod. So, what's up, Tristan? And Mr. Stranded Canson, thank you very much for the $5 super chat there. I did not mind at all hopping on the server and taking care of the cows. You guys had it all set up very nicely for me. And for those that don't know, we do also, in addition to the community multiplayer server, for members of the channel, people who hit the join button there in YouTube, you also will gain access to a members only multiplayer server if you so desire. We've currently got one up running Marksville, Wisconsin by MRG Mapping, and we've been having a lot of fun on that server. Lots of dairy and cattle options to play around with on that server. And then we'll be standing up a second one on a 4X map here at some point middle of next week. So we'll have a couple different servers available for members to play on as well. Not using swaths for the straw for my cattle. No, so the way that... Oops, not paying attention to my combine either. The way that straw works in seasons is that if I give them straw, then I'll get like solid manure rather than liquid manure. And so I tend to prefer dealing with liquid manure over solid manure. So we're gonna not give them straw and keep that going with the liquid. And then Perma's Modding says that I should have a new version of the crop duster for me later today. Sweet! Looking forward to that. For those that don't know, Perma's has been a big member of the community for a while, and he's an awesome modder. And he's working on a really cool crop duster. And I've gotten a chance to poke around with it a little bit behind the scenes and do some testing for him. And so I'm super excited to show that off to everybody here in the next week or so. And so it looks like he's hoping to get it out in the next week. So we'll definitely be having a mod spotlight video on that mod here soon. Eli, you've loved the Millennial Farmer series. I did too. That was, in a lot of ways, that series, I had a lot of fun with that series, and it helped me figure out how to do so many things in YouTube. And that's where I kind of got comfortable doing more of this Let's Play style of videos. So definitely love that series. What is a mod for the anhydrous tiller? So there's a bunch of anhydrous equipment on the mod network. So if you get on mod network and search for anhydrous, you should find a bunch of mods related to that. Brian's planting beans and corn on PS4. Yeah, I keep meaning to try out the console version of FS19 at some point. I'm waiting on a capture card to go on sale so that I can do a live stream on that. I think it'd be a lot of fun to jump on and do a live stream on console with some of the community members. Tristan, am I going to play the new version? We talked about the new version of Millennial Farmer. Probably not anytime soon. I did do a video kind of covering the updates to it, though. And Mapper's Paradise did a good job of kind of reworking things to get it working for console, which is really exciting. All right, let's turn the combine off, actually. We're going to fold everything up here, I think, and just move this up into the yard out of the way somewhere here while we figure out what comes next. So I'm going to put this right here, nice and out of the way. We'll go grab this truck and get that corn emptied. And then I think we're ready to advance to the next day. Now, I'm seeing in the forecast kind of a gray rain cloud coming. That's making me a little bit nervous here. Don't necessarily want the rain. Pleasant View Farms, you say Seasons makes the manure do that as far as not making solid if you don't use straw? Yes. In Seasons, if you give them straw, you get solid manure. If you don't, you get liquid manure. It's an either-or thing. The Fisher, you're planning to plant potatoes on the northern coast. That should be a lot of fun. This is the first time I've run potatoes, so I'm really excited to see how it goes here. Alright, we're going to leave that there, and let's just take another quick look at the map. We've got... We're not going to cut this alfalfa. It says this alfalfa is ready to be cut. I was going to cut it, but it looks like I'm going to get a bunch of rain for the next 2 days, so typically I don't think I want to cut that before it starts raining. Although we've got drying potential even though it's raining, I don't know that I understand that logic. So let's go ahead and zip here to the next day and see which fields get ready next. Give me a chance to catch up on chat. Has this version of Royalton been released again? Yes. TJ did post another link to the Royalton map on Facebook. And so if you look through his most recent things, or I think the link in the description should be the updated link. So it is back out and available to people again. Jeff says, have I thought about adding Farm Sim Dashboard to any of my series? I have. I don't have a very good Android tablet right now. And so that's something that my wife has recently given me the thumbs up to go purchase an updated one. I was hoping my older Android tablet was going to work, but it was too old to get running again. And so as soon as I do that, I will be checking out Farm Sim Guy's tutorials on that. He's done some awesome dashboards, and so I can't wait to play around with that a little bit myself. Now, we've advanced. We're in midsummer, but this is a 4X map, and so I need to wait a little bit for the map to update so I can see if anything moved on. I think things only move on the change between early to mid and mid to late. So we're going to give this one second here to catch up because these 4X maps update a little bit slow in the background, and I can see that it's still updating based on the fact that my FPS has dropped down slightly. I can change the timescale in developer console. Yep, I run at 2000 because if you go faster than that, seasons in the game doesn't update very well, especially on 4X maps. So it's always a good idea to give it a moment to update. And right now, my map is definitely updating still in the background. So if you look at the map here, you can also usually tell it's updating when you can see fields start changing between, light green and darker green, and they'll just kind of pop in over time every few minutes. And so that's the one downside to 4X maps is your ability to fast forward time is a little bit affected. So while we wait for the map to catch up, though, let's not just sit around. Let us go to the store. We got one piece of shopping to do here, which is I forgot to buy a potato harvester. And so we are going to take a quick look here. Now, I looked at these a little bit off camera, and my initial thought was, well, let's use one of the new ones from the Grimmy pack that just came out. But these are like 1.5 meters. Like, that's pretty terrible. And then the actual harvester that picks them up is only 0.9 meters. No, thank you. We're going to use, it's not that much bigger, but the 2-row here that's 1.8, I think we're going to use that one. This one requires me to chop them first. This one does not, but I do have a good chopper, so I'm not worried about that. So I think we're going to use this one here. We still need a potato harvest on field 9 on Flint Hills. Yeah. What are my thoughts on Sid Modding's new 9R? I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to look cool. And so I can't wait for that to come out. Hey, it's Marky the Farmer. Welcome to the stream. Scorpion Edge, how's it going? Josh, what is better, course play or auto drive? I would say that it depends on what you're trying to do. I think that course play tends to be a bit better for general field work because auto drive doesn't support that. But if you're just looking to sell things, I would use auto drive to move trucks and grain and stuff around the map. Eric said you just click the link to Royalton and the content isn't available. I think I have the wrong link in the live stream description. So thank you for pointing that out. I'm not sure I can change that quickly here, but if you go to TJ's Facebook page, I'm 90% sure in the last month here, he posted a new link to it. Okay, we're going to check this now that the map is updated. It doesn't look like they're ready to harvest, and the map is done updating now. So we're going to jump ahead to the next day here real quick. And while we do that, we're going to hook this 7R up to the potato harvester here, because I think that's going to be what we decide to use that for. I think I put the 7R in the shed. There we go. Oh, looks like we got some rain coming through the roof down there. No, maybe not. And, oh my goodness, animals died. Did I forget to feed the cows yesterday? I bet I did. Well, that's just terrible. Well, let's jump in here. I have, we were waiting for this alfalfa to come in. And we did run out of food here. We didn't run out of water, which is interesting. I would expect those to kind of go at the same rate. But we do need to go grab some of this silage for the cows. So I'm going to do that even though it's pitch black here. I don't want the time to go on any farther before I grab some more food for them. I thought that with seasons, generally, you could get 2 days between feeding your cows, but maybe I'm wrong. So we're just gonna grab one of these forage boxes. I'm pretty sure I can put silage in a forage box. And we're just gonna run this over here, and then I'll hook the 6R up to it in a minute. Wow, it is dark in this game at 1 a.m. Oh, that's right. You can't load out here. You've got to load in the shed. Well, at least I saved your cows stranded, even if my cows aren't gonna make it. And we've still got that other trailer in there that's got... I would use that other trailer for this, but the other trailer has, what do you call it in it? Where's my... There it is. The other trailer that we've got has the DDG in it and a bit of silage already just waiting for the alfalfa hay. And we can't get alfalfa hay because, well, it's raining. So that's kind of a pain. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way. And I wouldn't have put the DDG and stuff in here if I thought that I needed the alfalfa hay. I thought I could use any hay when we did this, so that's the disappointing part. So we're going to go ahead and park this trailer out of our way for a moment. I think we're just going to pull it right into here. And if we drop this in here, get it out of our way, we're going to be able to go and back this forage wagon into get our silage, hopefully. I don't think I can get that truck into the cow area, or I'd try and use that. I'm a little bit worried that this forage wagon's actually going to be too tall to get into the cow area. Hey Thumper, doing good. Welcome to the stream. Rain fills the water. I wasn't aware of that. Is there an auto feeder for cows like there is for pigs? I think there are. I haven't played with any of the auto feeders for the cows, but I know there's an auto feeding system that'll mix TMR and move it into a cow system. Now, the real question here is, am I going to even be able to back this trailer up into this silage point, or is this just going to be a disaster? This is going to be a disaster. I'm tempted to just put some silage in my bucket and see if that'll work. Alright, we gotta get that tongue over a little bit, or this thing isn't going to start turning. Oh, almost jackknife. If I can get it going more or less straight so that I'm not overcorrecting, I think we'll be able to get this in there. The wheels on this tractor turn a lot slower than I anticipate. Alright, here we go. Straighten the tractor out, and this will get easier. Boom, boom, boom. It's been a long time since I backed one of these trailers up. Give it a little angle. Pull forward and back it in. We should be good to go. These, I used to have to back one of these up in real life all the time, and it was always a huge pain to get these into the stall. I need my back end to go this way. A map suggestion would be Dinnis Farms, Mercer County edit. Yeah, I've actually been looking at that recently. I think that would be a fun map to try out. We're almost there, folks. This is the most painful backup sequence ever. Just straighten it out. Nope. Not quite under there yet. This is one of those moments where you just want to go buy a Euro-style, like, straight trailer. Alright, there we go. Silage. Jace the Man, hi from Kansas. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to fill this all the way up because I don't need these trailers for anything, and I think it's going to be a while before I get alfalfa hay. Love the setup on Flint Hills. Yeah, that was a fun map to set up, I agree. The steering wagons always have a bent tongue in real life, yeah. Alright, now here we go. Am I going to be able to get this thing in, or was this whole thing for nothing? Oh, looks like it's going to fit. If we can drive through the door without crashing. Oh, there we go. Alright, start overloading silage. Good deal. Alright, so now that we've got some food for the cows, we're going to fast forward this until it gets to be daytime. And if I pop this back open, we're looking a whole lot better here. I can't believe we lost 2 cows, though. At least it looks like they were maybe the ones that weren't pregnant. That's okay. We're about to have a bunch more. So I'm going to leave this as parked in here for the time being. I don't think we're going to need it. And everyone likes Flint Hills. It is a great map. And then if I look at this here, we were checking to see if any of our ground had, or any of our crops had moved into a harvest state yet, which it doesn't look like they have. We've got a little bit to go before potatoes are even ready, actually, it looks like. That's probably why they haven't. So we're going to go ahead and just get moving to the next day now. You should use the committee board used for the grain for my cows. Yeah, well, I've got the stuff ready to start making TMR here, but we just haven't quite gotten there yet. We need alfalfa hay. Hey, Ryan, welcome to the stream, bud. Superfly says, time for hamburgers. Now I'm hungry. I didn't eat lunch today. Hamburgers would be awesome. Turn these lights off. Jumping through the nighttime here. I think we forgot to run our water again today. So we'll do that. These loan costs are killing me. And I probably shouldn't have leased that potato harvester so early. I thought we were going to be able to harvest potatoes, though, which it looks like we weren't. And so we're going to just jump over here and feed these cows one more time before we advance again. This is the struggle with seasons, though. And we are dry enough now, though. So before we get into potato harvest, we need to, real quick, cut this alfalfa so it can start drying into hay. And so we're going to grab this mower that we've got here and go tackle that job real quick. Now this field is pretty small, so it shouldn't take too long, I'm hoping, to kind of get this going. The trick is to make sure we're not cutting this grass at the same time, just because it's kind of annoying when you get grass mixed in with your alfalfa from when we go to try and pick it up later. So we'll do something like this. Now this mower is just absolutely speedy, and so we're definitely going to use some GPS here to keep us on the straight and narrow. And did I check out the new mod advanced settings? I haven't yet. I saw that, and it looks like it's got some cool features. Specifically, it lets you change which lighting mode you use, which is something that's really interesting to me. So I want to figure out how to use the new lighting that they released with the Alpine Farming DLC on other maps and see how that looks, because that'll be kind of cool. What is this John Deere mower? This is a W260. This mod's been out for a while. You can find it on the mod network. There's a couple different versions of it out there that kind of have different features, I guess. But there's a new one in the works by somebody, and I forget who's making the new one. But I can't wait for that to come out. So we're going to keep cutting this grass. This is only going to take a couple of minutes here. And I'm trying to see over here. I don't even remember what time we started. 2 o'clock? All right. We're turning the wrong way. So I'm going to take a headland pass off, I think, over here, so I'm not crashing into these bins as well. Not a huge fan of driving over my cut grass, but it's better than driving over it before we cut it, I guess. And hopefully here we can, I messed up GPS by accident here, so I'm going to hopefully get that turned back on. There we go. Hard to drive, Cutter. Yeah, a little bit with the, how fast it is, and the steering's a little touchy. I'm sure if I was using a controller or a steering wheel, it wouldn't be so bad. But I find the faster you go, the harder it is to steer with the keyboard sometimes. Polycount modding is making the new one. That, it sounds about right. Thank you, Brian. The alfalfa mechanics aren't realistic in Farm Sim. Yeah. I tend to agree, like, in general, a lot of the grass and alfalfa type mechanics are a little bit odd. We have a John Deere R450, older but similar. Yeah, I've in real life, I've never actually gotten a chance to drive equipment like this, so it's kind of interesting to try things out and use in game, just to see different things. I've seen pictures, but I've never gotten to see one of these in real life, so it's kind of cool. And we're taking the GPS track, so we're going to overlap a little bit here, but I'd rather straighten out my rows and make my life easy. Do you courseplay on this field? Yeah, the problem is we don't really have any other jobs to do right now anyway, so putting courseplay on this wouldn't really save me any time, because none of my other fields are ready to harvest yet. Although it looks like my sunflowers might have updated, and I just didn't see the map update because it was still going. So let's take a look at that here real quick after I get on this next row. We'll double check. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, not quite ready to harvest yet. So we got to get this cut so it can dry out before we advance time here again, or we won't get any alfalfa this year. You've got a Farmall M 1946. Nice. We had a little Farmall tractor on the farm that I used to drive, and we used it for mowing. We had a sickle mower on the back that I used to use to cut ditches and stuff with, so that was a lot of fun. I might start skipping rows with GPS here. Might be a little bit easier than going up and down. Do you have to replant alfalfa, or will it grow back like regular grass? It should grow back, Superfly. Hey, Nick, welcome to the stream. James, I play on a desktop. I've actually got a pretty nice computer, so if you want to see the specs for my computer or all the components, I've actually got a link in my description. It'll go to an Amazon storefront where I've linked all the individual components so you can see the exact pieces that I'm using in my computer. Corbin, you went to a farm auction yesterday? Ooh, Allison Chambers M tractor. That's a nice tractor. Nice older machine. Canuck, welcome to the stream. Greetings from Maritime, Canada. Nice. Never skip rows when cutting hay, it leaves a bad edge. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm not doing it. We never skipped rows when cutting hay either. Oh man, the Newfies unite. Would you rather have a 9X combine or a 9RX? Well, the 9RX is a articulated tractor, right? I'd probably rather have a an X9 combine. Partly because it's just worth a lot more, but harvest is always the funnest time of the year for me, so I love being in a harvester. Saskatchewan. We've got all kinds of people from our northern neighbors here joining the stream. Welcome. Still looking for a decent Oliver tractor mod. I've seen a few Olivers out there, but I've honestly never tried them out myself, so I can't speak for the quality of them. Got a backup cake feeder at the auction yesterday. Nice. Carter's hailing in from New York. Welcome to the stream. Rylan from East Coast Canada. I feel like we're getting outnumbered by the Canadians now. Hello from Texas. There we go. We've got somebody from the deep south to help balance it out. And welcome to the stream, Colin. Evan asks, how do I get all my mods? So I get mods from, I'll say, 4 main sources. The in-game mod hub is actually a really awesome place to get mods these days. Lots and lots of modders are putting things on the in-game mod hub. So that would be my first recommendation. Second, there's two websites that I like to use, which would be Mod Network is one. There's a lot of great mods there. And then my third recommendation would be a site called Yes Mods. Yes Mods doesn't get updated anymore, but it has a ton of really good, solid mods that have been posted there. And since FS19 has been out for so long, I mean, there's just some really good older mods that are really worth checking out. And then lastly, Facebook. Like, as much as I hate to say it, Facebook is pretty much the best place to get mods right now for FS19. Because all of the modders are going to release their mods on their Facebook page. So that's kind of the go-to place to get the most up-to-date mods from people, is directly from the modders on Facebook. Is there a way to take the ground textures and effects from Royalton and add it to other maps? Absolutely. You can do textures pretty easy. I don't know about all the different features that they've got here, but it's absolutely possible to copy those files and get them running on another map. I know a lot of people have been taking the corn stubble texture that you see like on Flint Hills and stuff and adding that to other maps. We've got Austin and Hunter from Vermont joining the stream. Welcome. Chester from Indiana. James is from Maryland. The Fishers from West Sussex, UK. Got people from all over the world in here today. SB Farmer from Australia, welcome to the stream. Lions in Arizona. LG Gaming, another Canadian, welcome to the stream. Nick says you got the good beer. I don't know, I think Michigan's going to give you a run for the money there on the beer front. We've got some good beer here in Michigan. I'm a big fan of the craft brewing scene. Oh, Amy from Michigan, welcome to the stream. Somebody near to me. Jerry's from Utah. Scott's in North Texas as well. Man, we've got all kinds of people on the stream here. Superfly's from Minnesota, which is my native home state. How to tell Ketterick is from the Midwest. In yesterday's video, I heard, yeah, no. Yep. I have to edit out some of the oops and oofdas and things like that from my videos from time to time, too. Gets a little excessive. Farmer Kyle's from Wisconsin. James is from Iowa. Denmark, there we go. Argentina, man, we're really racking up the countries here. Portugal, well, welcome to the stream, everybody. Marjan's asking about my PC setup. All of my PC components are actually in a link in the description of the video. If you go to my Amazon storefront, I linked the actual components I use for my computer, so go there. Oh, never get rid of an O. What's the name of the YouTuber? There's a YouTuber called Yeah Sure You Betcha, or You Betcha maybe is his channel name. That one's pretty good for the Midwesterners. And then he does a lot of stuff with what's his name, Charlie Burns, I think, from Wisconsin. They did a really good skit on OPE on YouTube, and I love that. Marjan's from Croatia, nice. Antarctica, I'm wondering about that. I have an uncle who was actually stationed in Antarctica for a while when he was in the Navy, but not a lot of people actually live down there. Oh, we've got somebody from Russia here. I actually visited Moscow, was it 2 years ago? Spent some time there. I've got extended family out there. My wife's from Belarus, actually, so spent a fair amount of time in Eastern Europe. Sandman asks, am I in Michigan? Yeah, I'm in southeastern Michigan, Metro Detroit area. Not actually in Detroit, but from those people outside of Michigan. It's just the easiest way to kind of identify it. For those of you in Michigan, I'm trying to remember, like, from a screen perspective, like, we do the hand thing, right? I'm like, right here in Michigan. But that's a very Michigan thing to do, so not too many people get that. What's my job outside of YouTube? I am a chief technology officer for a software company. At least for now. Maxwell's also from Minnesota. Nice. Yeah, my I'm from Minnesota originally. My family's all still there for the most part. I go back to Minnesota at least once a year, once or twice a year, visit family. Just went back in February, actually. It was stupid cold. I think it was like 50 degrees below zero. It was not pleasant. I'm reminded why I left Minnesota. We're gonna look at this. This is actually not a bad interior. The control console especially is pretty nice looking. Not bad at all. And it deadens the sound pretty good. I always like when mods kind of alter the sound when you're inside. I mean, I know that's probably just a base game thing, but it sounds a little bit different in each mod. Although I wish the steering wheel was tipped down towards me. That's my only complaint about the interior. Hey, Ryan, welcome to the stream. Doing pretty good. I pointed at Ann Arbor. Yeah, sort of, kind of. Well, I'm not actually in Detroit. I'm northwest-ish. North by northwest. North of Ann Arbor. 40 to 50 minutes from you. My dad had a cash crop farm in mid-Michigan. Nice. Just northwest of Lansing. Alright, let's get back out of cab. So we have cut this alfalfa. We're going to just take one quick look. We've got everything else is done here. So we're going to go ahead and get this time going again, because we need to get into the next day. And I just want to check that I'm not going to kill my cows off again. We're in a good spot with the cows. And so that alfalfa needs to dry out into some hay. So get out and in and it'll fix the steering wheel. No. Not on this one, at least. There's a couple versions of this mod, so I think depending on which one you have... Oh, we've got this other tractor in my way. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, we'll just park this here. We've got the clock running here, so we're gonna jump into our next day here and see what we can get done. While that's going, I'm gonna start this silage wagon back off here. And we're gonna hit our water too while we're here. We're gonna go negative on some money. Oh, gotta get rid of these messages. I should probably hit the button to not show those. I think at this point I'm pretty sure I know how Seasons works. Maybe, you know, run a few different times on this. And we're gonna stop this at 8 a.m. here. Well, we gotta let the map update as usual, so we'll top off the food since we're standing right here while we wait for the updates. But I'm really hopeful that this is gonna put our crops into a harvestable state once the map updates here. I can tell the map is updating though, because my frames just dropped to 20. Where did I get the mod that shows bushels? That's Unit Convert Lite. If you search for the tutorial I did on it, there's a link in the description. Donna Ogle's back. What header is that on the combine? That is a Drago header. It's on the in-game mod hub. If I unfold it here, we can see the brand on it. Did I buy the premium version or platinum or normal? I own so many copies of Farm Sim 19 at this point that I'm not sure which one this specifically is. I bought the collector's edition when it came out originally. And I did that because I wanted the Commodore 64 version of the game, because that's where I started my PC gaming and programming skills, was on a Commodore 64 way back in the day. So Yes, it is a Drago header, so you can find this on the in-game mod hub. The bank is going to come calling me soon. Yeah, Stranded. The bank is, well, they might start calling me, but they're probably just going to give me some more money and raise my interest rates, so. All right, is this stuff ready yet or not? My map is still updating, so this is the drawback of highly customized maps, 4X maps, is you do have to sit here and wait for a couple of minutes. Let's go ahead, though, and come out here. I think I can check this hay. I'm curious what dry... Yeah, this is pretty wet still, so we got to wait for this to dry out before we're going to be able to get alfalfa hay. Do I really compare the good old C64 with PC gaming? I do. I love my C64. That was the dawn of gaming, in my opinion. That's where things really got started. Bard's Tale, there you go. Now, that's a classic game. So I'm going to bring this harvester out here. Do I need to fold it up? No, I don't think I do. We are going to set this up because I think that we're going to be able to start harvesting sooner than later. So I'm going to have, I'm going to try and have that harvested maybe by a helper here. We'll see. Castle Wolfenstein on the C64. I did play that, I believe, back in the day on the C64. Although I was into a lot of other games. Lords of the Realm was a fun game. There was an awesome Airwolf game back then. Lots of like the side-scroller type games. All the old Ultima games. Let's see here. I'm curious if my potatoes or my sunflowers are going to get ready first, or if they're going to get ready at the same time. We're going to go ahead and get this 7R hooked up. That's what we started doing a while ago. Have I ever been to Nebraska? I have. In fact, I think I have been to somewhere around 40 out of the 50 states. At least driven through them for one reason or another. Some of the ones in the far northeast I haven't necessarily visited, like New Hampshire I've never been to. And then I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to go to Hawaii. I know I've never had the opportunity to go to Hawaii. Or Alaska. Alaska is one of those places I'd really love to go to at some point, though. I just think that'd be a lot of fun. Winter Olympics, that was the best. I ruined so many joysticks playing that game. All right, so here we are with all of our fields are now ready to harvest. So I think what we're going to do is come grab this 6R, and we're going to just double check. We fed our cows, right? We did. All right. We're going to leave this trailer right here. We're going to grab this 6R, and because we have the potato harvester that we do, we're going to start with taking the tops off of these potatoes, and then we're going to start potato harvest, I think, because I've never done potato harvest before, and I would just love to do something new that I've never done before here, so we're going to do that. But before I do that, I got to get this other little tractor out of the way. I kind of just left it here in the middle of our shed. So let's move this guy back here and see if I can get this 6R hooked up to the chopper. There we go. And I think this is one of those things where I can hook it up. Wow, the camera's really bouncing through these rafters. I think I either hook it up here or I hook it up to the 3-point. I think I have to actually stop and get out, or back into the 3-point and hook it up that way. Doing something for the first time on stream, what could go wrong? Yep. That's generally how that goes. I need to pull forward just a bit more, or I'll hit the shed trying to hook this up. So not only doing it for the first time live, but also using some mods I've just never used before, so We'll hope this works. And worst case scenario, we have sunflowers to switch to. So there's a backup plan today. We probably need to do just a smidge better job lining up here. All right. There we go. And I think I can fold this thing up and it'll get rid of all the excess bits. Tires go down one at a time. The trailer parts come up. Oh, they didn't animate the bar there. That's a little odd. Oh well. And it is a 3-point mounted, which is interesting. I thought it'd have like a little bit of a give or shake, but maybe not. And I'm kind of curious how this is going to go. Am I going to destroy the crop driving over it? No. All right. Here we go. Look at this. We're topping potatoes. Not something you would see much in the U.S. at least, though, in my experience. I've not seen them actually have to chop the tops off of the potatoes. I think usually you just run over them with something and then it digs them up and puts them in a windrow, but that's okay. We're going to do it this way, and because that's the equipment we have right now. So, hey, Luke, welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. Get ready for frustration with courseplay? Maybe. I'm going to potentially use courseplay on the harvester, but we just did that with the forage harvester. Did one of those like pull beside offset style things, so I think I can figure that out. Maybe. Howdy, Ken. Welcome to the stream. Want me to put my logo on an 8RT? Appreciate the offer, but I do have I have gotten quite used to putting the logo onto different vehicles at this point. I've had kind of mixed feelings about putting it on a tractor. I know like Welker puts his logo on his tractors, but most people I see, like usually you just do it to the trucks, but maybe I'll start adding it to all my equipment. At least when I go to my custom harvesting series, I'll probably put it on everything, including the combines. The dump trigger on that pull behind is small. Yeah. We're gonna see how that goes. I'm hoping I can get that working with my truck, because I'd love to unload the potatoes right into the truck and not have to buy another trailer. Hey, gamer boy, welcome to the stream. How do you customize a tractor on Xbox One? I don't think you can. I think you pretty much get the options that they give you. Hey, Cooper, welcome to the stream. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Happy Potato Papa. Do I like Gold Rush, the game? I do. I have played it for all of maybe 2-3 hours. I thought it was an awesome game. Or maybe am I thinking of Gold Rush? There's whatever the gold digging game is that came out not too long ago. Maybe there's 2 of them, but I played the one where you have to do all the digging and you've got all the excavators and the trucks and so on and so forth, and then you actually kind of get out and pan the gold yourself until you can set up all the hoses and wiring and generators and stuff. It was a really fun game. I just never got around to doing that much with it, so I could probably start a worker off on this job since it's essentially just mowing. We're gonna go back down one more time and take another headland off, and then we might hop into the potato harvester here and see if we can figure out how we're gonna set that up. And Twisty, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Doing good yourself? Luke says you've been editing all of custom moddings for a while now. Yeah, no, I've been editing custom moddings, combines or tractors as well. For I put like perma moddings, grain monitor and stuff in there, and so that's been really cool. What I like about that is that one, as well as the Sid Modding's 2020 tractor pack is that you've got all the tractors in one pack there. So once you're done editing it, it's just you're good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and take one more headland off because that ditch is pretty steep over there. And I think once I do that, I'll be able to let the worker kind of tackle some of this for me. Whoops, we're looking at chat, not where we're driving. How's farm life? Going good? You have problems with Giant's editor. You can't start it. It always crashes. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I've heard somebody have problems with that before, but I can't say I've ever had problems with Giant's editor crashing on me. Yeah, how big is this field? I'm going to have a lot of potatoes. It's not super big, that grass strip there. So this is one of my smaller fields. But we do have another long, narrow field of potatoes over there. So I'm going to have a ton of potatoes. Twisty says this is a very welcoming place. Thank you. We try to promote being a very friendly, drama-free community, so that is the vibe we're going for. So I am encouraged to hear your feedback and that you think it is a welcoming place. Sam, do I know why you're having issues? You can't play FS17 from Steam. I have not played FS17 since FS19 came out, so I'm not sure that I've really got a lot of advice for you there. Typically, I recommend if you have problems with Steam games, there's an option to verify your game files. And so I always recommend giving that a shot anytime you have issues with a Steam game. Sometimes files can get in a little bit weird of a state, so. All right, I think we're good here. We've removed our tops. Oh, we got just a little tiny piece here that's gonna annoy me. Oh, and then I missed it. All right, we're gonna remove this little tiny piece, and then we're gonna start a worker off on this, and we're gonna jump into this potato harvester and see if we can figure out how that works. So here we go. Worker, make me proud. There you go. All right, potato harvester. Let's see what you've got. 2 rows at a time. This is gonna be amazing. K-State says it's bedtime. Thanks for coming out. I know it's late where you're at, so we'll see you soon there, brother. Most likely gonna release it publicly when you're done. Yeah. Always good to get the permission first there. All right, now I could do course play on this, but that might actually be difficult if we don't wait to finish chopping. Let's just start this off. Let's see how this is gonna go actually, and then we'll figure that out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna turn on GPS with the lines. We're gonna auto width this. We've got an offset, and we're gonna record this. Get a nice straight path going here. Like so. And then why is it going way over there? All right, hang on. We've got to adjust the course now. So we're going to turn this back off. It's going to be easier if I just start back up on the end row here. Like so, right there. That's where I want to be. And I think, why did we just skip rows? It's doing weird things to me. We might just have to do something slightly different here. All right, go straight. Don't mess with me. auto width. Maybe we'll just get rid of the offset. I don't need an offset. I know what I'm doing. And then I can use this button and that button. How wide is this supposed to be? I think that's probably my problem. Yeah, it's right on the border. Bring it in a smidge. It's probably the best way to do it. I don't typically actually use the offset. Oh, and I don't have my potato harvester down. Look at that. All right. Like, I don't really need to worry about the offset. As long as the work area is set to the right width, it really won't matter. Press Alt and page up. Yeah, that's what I did. I moved it, but because the offset was so close, every time I got to the edge of it, I was resetting, or jumping rows, I should say. Which is okay. By the time we get done with this, it looks like we could just get courseplay going. We're going to put the potato harvester down this time. And I know for a fact that this isn't the right width. Is there a way to change this from feet to back to meters? No? Alright, we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. How wide is this harvester is the question. Potato harvester is 1.8 meters. So that would be 5.9 feet. Oops. GPS. .9. We'll try that. Boop. I can't believe it's so narrow. Now I'm going 6 miles an hour is my work speed on this thing too. Oh goodness. This might take a little bit. Alright, well while I was messing around with that, I have missed a ton of chat, so let's see where we're at. Is there a vodka mod I could install to sell the potatoes at? That'd be awesome. I'm sure there is. Somebody's had to have done that. Cooper, am I going to do corn and sunflower? So I did the corn already. We might jump over and do some of the sunflowers here in a little bit. I wanted to give just a little bit of the potatoes a try. Now, I guess the good news, bad news here is that we don't fill up the potato harvester that fast. I'm going to put the pipe out. So we've got some capacity here at 2 rows at a shot. This is going to take like a year to harvest this field, though. And so we'll probably run a little bit here of doing these potatoes. I'm probably actually going to set up course play in a spiral pattern to run around this field. And then I will get a load or two out of this. And then we're going to switch over and do some sunflowers, I think, because this is going to take all day. And I'm not sure that I've got that much patience. We might need to buy a second truck just so that we can put this one on our worker and then let him kind of go to town here, and then we can have the second truck over and work with that with the sunflowers. So let's see if I can jump in along this row here. I need right there. That's the row I want to be on. 2 fields of potatoes, mistakes were made. I agree. It's one of those, like, you don't realize how small 1.8 or 1.9 meters or whatever it is, 1.8 meters is until you start harvesting with it. I guess with the corn silage that we were doing, that was a similarly narrow experience, but the difference there was that it was faster. I think we were going like 8 or 10 miles an hour. So we are officially not going to do this by hand because this is going to take all day. And now I understand why in the U.S. potato harvesting equipment, generally they have these kind of windrowing machines that will take off 4 or 6 rows at a time on either side and windrow them into the middle so the harvester can pick them all up at once. I wish we had those in Farm Sim, but we'll make do with what we have. So headland passes at 1.8 meters. I don't know, 8? 10? We'll do 10. We're gonna do, is it called spiral? Where it only does the headland passes and then it does up and down rows. And then we don't need a headland overlap. We're already super narrow. We're working with is 1.6. I thought we were 1.8. I'm gonna bump this up. And let's see what that looks like. That looks about right. And we're going to give this a go. And I think I have to pick in here. We have a tool offset horizontal 1.8 meters. First waypoint. Good luck, sir. And we're going to turn this back off. Hey, he's going to do it. All right. And while he's doing that, let's find our truck. Where did I leave the truck? I just want to see if our placeable's going to work here. Saving the game. We put our truck out here, so this truck should be able to unload potatoes. It's one of the few trucks I could find that had kind of a curved bottom to the bed. Normally you'd have kind of a curved hopper bottom for a root crop, I think. And we're going to try and unload this potato harvester on the go, but I'm suddenly looking at this wondering if it's going to unload with such a low belt there. Oh, he's going to raise it up. How fast were we going? 6 miles an hour? I forgot to install the speed sync mod on this series still. Here we go, 6 miles an hour. Look at that, it actually works. What do you know? My driving still doesn't work, but potatoes, we're working. Okay. Where are we at? Remove the offset. Yeah, I think we've got it. I'm not going to manually run a 1.8 meter wide implement. That's going to take a long time here. So we're going to unload him. He'll make it all the way around, I think, before we need to worry about unloading him. I'm tempted to see if I can just get auto drive to run an unload course. I just don't have 2 trucks right now, so we might have to grab another truck. That's my only concern. So let's go and bring these back up here. I just want to check that our unload point is going to work here real quick. And if it does, maybe we'll do auto drive for this, and I'll buy a second truck because the bank loves me. And if we just dump this right out here, looking good. And if we check our menu, I should see potatoes in here. I do, 22 tons of potatoes already. Just finished eating pizza. Yeah, nice. I need some pizza. My 4-year-old has been begging for pizza night, so I think tomorrow's going to be pizza night in the Kedrick household. Alright, so I think auto drive is our best option to keep the potato harvester going here. And so we're going to do that. We're going to come around here and add a new waypoint. I'm gonna do something like this. It's been a little bit. I have to try and remember how this all works. So if I go here, hit record, I should be able to do right down to here. What is this field? This is field 30. We're gonna put in a new point for field 30. And we're gonna come right back up here into the network. We're going to connect these 2 points. And then we're going to come right up here in the network, and I'm going to start recording again. And I'm going to bring it right up here, and we're going to call this potatoes. Potato storage. And we should be able to just bring this back around and connect it to our existing auto drive network, like so. And theoretically, this should just work. So we're going to come down here. We're going to pick combine unload mode for field 30. We're going to dump at potato storage. We're going to turn off edit mode and let this guy go. Looks like our truck is all stuck on, or our harvester got stuck on the hired worker here. So we're gonna get this guy out of the way real quick. So Courseplay can do his thing. And then I'll catch up on chat. I can't, I lost track of some of that while we were setting up auto drive here. Where are we at? Longer potato harvester or corn harvest on Flint Hills? Ooh, that's a good question. I actually don't know. I think this is probably like 3 or 4 hours of potato harvesting is my guess between these 2 fields. So potatoes might actually take longer, even though these are tiny fields. Pleasant View using mods, adding crop types that aren't in your map will do that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that somebody's working on a bunch of Sputnik potato equipment. Definitely something I want to try out at some point here. Just haven't gotten a chance. I think it's all still like a work in progress, though. And the 7R needs to be unloaded. Oh, I forgot to set the auto drive target on that harvester. 1 second. Let me get this guy off of the field. And I shouldn't be driving over my potato rows here, though. We'll get this guy out of the way here real quick, and I just need to set the target on this 7R. Marjan, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it there, bud. Have a good rest of your evening. So in order for this 7R to work, I need to change this to say field 30, and then if I hop out here, that truck should figure out that they are set to the same destination, and he should try and come and unload. And I think I want to keep this guy kind of out of the way so that nobody crashes into him from the auto drive course, and I just realized we might as well just set him off on this other field with a worker so that he's working in the background, and then we will get started on our sunflower harvest here. And so we will need to pick up another grain truck of some kind. I haven't quite decided if we're just going to get another one of the one we already have. Probably the easiest idea. But we'll let the worker do his thing here. And yeah, let's get another one of these trucks here, I think. I think that's what I want to do. So we've got the cat truck. It's got my logo on it. We're going to go ahead and make this similar. We're going to use the old white. And I think I'm going to take the rest of the defaults here, because I think this is set up with the AR. I don't need the hook lift. Oh no, I need the AR frame. That's what I need here. We're going to go for that. I don't have enough money. I don't have any money. I can't lease it. That wouldn't make sense. I'm getting my logo on it. We're going to buy it. We need 2 trucks. We can afford it, hopefully. We're going to be paying through the nose on interest, though, here. But when you need a good truck, you need a good truck. And it's going to help us get through harvest here a little bit faster on both of our fields. So let's not forget the AR frame. And I'm trying to remember which truck bed I used. It looks like I used the AR frame truck bed. So we're going to do the same thing. And for this, I liked these old red style. Like this. Good deal. Now, the joy of this is I have this store deliveries mod, so I paid a little bit extra, and they delivered everything right out here to the farm. All right, let's go dive into some sunflower harvest now. I think we'll start on this bigger field over here. And I'm kind of curious. It looks like the 7R says it needs to be unloaded right now. I'm just going to jump over real quick and take a look at this, make sure that it's all in a good state. I'm guessing that auto drive truck is just not able to figure out how to get over here because we're not to a point where we're all on the field yet. That is my guess. So let's look at our settings here real quick. I think there's a setting to restrict unloader to field. We're going to turn avoid fruit off for a second and see if he's able to find a way out there with that off. There we go. And catch up on chat here. Scooter's Workbench, welcome to the stream. We're gonna let this guy get going. I think he's gonna be good. We're gonna let that go. Auto drive's really good about figuring out courses and stuff, so we're gonna let that do its thing, see what happens, and we're gonna get these sunflowers opened up. So sunflowers is another crop that I have not done hardly anything with in Farm Sim. And so this is going to be fun to check out. And looks like they don't yield nearly as high as the corn, which is good. We won't have to be unloading the combine quite as much. T&H Inc., welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Superfly, I spent so much on the new truck, you'd think they'd deliver it for free. I agree. That's okay. We've got to offset the economy in Farm Sim somehow. Yeah, Nathan, I could definitely add the logo as an optional store item. A bunch of people have actually asked me how to do that. I guess I never really bothered because I figure anytime I'm going to run it on a mod, I'm going to want my logo on it. But you can definitely do that. The problem is I was going to make a tutorial on it, but it changes depending on the vehicle you're modding. There's so many different options that people like to use, so it can be very difficult to create a tutorial that's kind of a one-size-fits-all for how to do the making things store options. But maybe I'll do that at some point. Ryan, you had to leave. You're back now. Have I started potatoes? I have started potatoes. Oh, we've got some sunflowers in the trees over here we got to pick up. Yeah, so I've got a worker over here. He's waiting to be unloaded right now, though, so it looks like auto drive maybe isn't figuring out how to get over to him right now, so we might need to help the potato harvester get around a couple of times here before we go. And as I say that, the potato harvester warning message just pops off my screen. So maybe auto drive is doing its thing. We're going to go check on that as soon as I get this field opened up. We're not full yet in the harvester. I'm trying to do a little bit more in-cab driving sometimes. And I find live streams is a good time to do that because things move at a little slower pace. We're about half full there, it looks like. Oh, we're missing a little bit of a row. What's my favorite flavor of sunflower seed? I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I don't really eat that many like seeds and nuts and stuff anymore because I had I went through a period in the last 2-3 years where I was going through a lot of dental work and I wasn't allowed to chew on pretty much anything. So kind of got out of the habit. Oh, it's beeping at me. Means we're 80% full, I believe. We're gonna turn our HUD back on here. Oh, 50% full. Interesting. There's a 50% beep. All right, let's jump out of cab here for a little bit. I really like this combine. The JHHG did a good job on his combines. The 600 series is just as nice as the 700. I'll jump over and check on these potatoes here, though, in a minute, because the fact that they're running on their own is potentially really exciting. Rebecca Spence asks, how do you mod? Trial and error, mostly. I've spent a lot of time looking at different mods and trying to figure out how they work. Giants has a little bit of information on their website about it. And then just hanging out with other modders. So... people like Perma's Modding, we've got actually quite a few modders on the Discord server, so it's always super helpful to talk to other people who have done something that you're looking to do or something similar. So, a 500 series combine? I've never heard of a 500 series. I'm running the 650 right now, the S650. Before that, you had your STS series combines, which would have been like a 9660, 9670, 9680 type combines. And then before the STS series, I think you had your like 9000 series combines where you were driving a 9500, 9600, stuff like that. As long as we're up here, it's time to dump into the truck, I guess. So while that's unloading, let's jump over here and check out how this potato harvest is actually going. 2 rows at a time. Here you go. Was that Ryan that was asking about the potato harvest? 2 rows at a time in all its glory, right here. 6 miles an hour. So he's gonna stop here and wait for the truck. I'm actually going to see if I can set my pre-call level. Doesn't seem to really work for the potato harvester, so I think he's got it pretty much set up here and wait, and then over time auto drive is gonna get its act together and try and come out here, I think. So let's just see if we can hurry this along for him real quick. It did figure it out last time, so I'm somewhat confident that given enough time, auto drive would get over there, but we're here now. We might as well take care of it. We're already 39% full in this truck, and so potato yield is off the charts. The fill textures on this map look really good. I agree. Lots of things have been improved. The corn fill textures especially look awesome on this map. Oh, is this potato harvester going to try and unload on the go? Look at that. All right, we'll try it. Here we go. As long as we're here, we'll give it an unload. mix it up a little bit. Alex asks about the Acron grain bagger system. That is something I found. There's a modder named TJ Modding, but not the TJ Custom Edits and Modding that did this map, a different TJ Modding, and he released it on Facebook. So if you go back in my videos a ways and look at the Millennial Farmer video that I used it in, I put a link in the description there. I put a link in the description in the Flint Hills video that I did on it, and there should be one on the Discord server somewhere, actually. So, lots of links floating around. Heath Woods says, how did testing on that New Holland harvester go? It went good. I didn't find any errors at all. So, when I put that video together that I released here yesterday, you know, that was an honest review. I found 0 errors, harvested corn and soybeans. Tried out a lot of the different combine and header configurations, so that TR harvester is really cool. Rolling coal with that truck. Can I get this truck on PS4? No, you cannot. This is something that would only be available on PC. This mod is only on PC, and also putting your logo on things is something you can only do on PC as well. Gonna fill up the root crop storage bin in no time. Yeah, I don't even recall how much that thing can hold at this point now, but I'm glad we only did 2 small fields of potatoes, because otherwise we'd really be in trouble. So we're empty here. I'm gonna go ahead and send this thing on its way. I want to see if this is actually capable of unloading here. I want it to unload. And I just want to make sure I set this point in a good enough spot where it'll pull forward far enough. So I think I might need to move it just a bit farther forward. But we're going to find out right now. Oh, no, it's going to dump. Look at that. So we're good to go. I'm going to assume AutoDrive's going to figure this out, and we're going to jump back into this sunflower harvesting, because we've got a fair amount of sunflowers to go here. Checking my time. We've been at this for about an hour and a half, I think. We're going to do one more round on the headlands here, and that's going to let us be able to start going up and down more easily here. Are all my mods that I use in the video descriptions? Not all of them. But whenever I try out a new mod, especially for the first time, or it's kind of the spotlight mod in a given episode, I do try to put the link in the description. Oh, helps when you put the header down. We're running over sunflowers. And I don't think I actually set a GPS track up here yet for this field, so I'm going to do that now, because we are going to be going on these up and down rows quite a bit. And I just realized I'm sitting a lot farther away from my microphone than I usually do, so I'm just doing an audio check here real quick. Is everybody able to hear me pretty good? Am I too quiet, too loud? Donna says, do you know where I can get a good hay grinder? I'm not sure. I haven't done a whole lot with hay in FS19. There's a lot of people that do on the Discord server though, and so that'd be a good question if you're able to be on the Discord server. That's a great place to ask for advice on mods, especially if you're not sure what you're looking for, but you're looking for like, hey, is there a mod that does XYZ? There's a lot of people there that have great ideas. I do that all the time when I'm looking for ideas for an episode, or I have an idea but I haven't seen a mod that does what I want it to do. Lots of people out there that know where there's some cool, unique stuff in Farm Sim. Good to hear. Audio's good. All right. Yeah, it's all, you know, I go like episodes at a time, and I always listen to my recorded episodes, but for the live streams, it's a little bit harder for me to adjust on the fly. So many things can change, so you never know. Record, you like the game and you like to watch me? Well, I appreciate the feedback. I have a lot of fun recording videos for Farm Sim. And we've got the potato harvester sitting there again. I'm kind of curious to see. I don't see the truck anywhere. I was kind of hoping to see the truck heading out there to empty the potato harvester. We might need to set up an overloader course. I'd hate to have to set up an overload course for it. I was kind of hoping the truck would just figure out how to get back out there. We'll finish this headland off and hop back over there and see if we can figure out how or why that's not automating yet. I really wonder if it's just because the potato harvester isn't on the field yet fully. So we'll have to check it out. There's a hay buster on the Giants mod hub. I don't know if I've seen that one. But yeah, we've almost got this field opened up. The headlands are coming off quick. We've got to do another pass right here on this part, otherwise we'll end up in one of these trees, I'm sure of it. Could I just use follow me and then manually dump the truck? That's not a bad idea, because the harvester is going to run for a while. My only concern with follow me is that you've got to be really close to the edge of that harvester to run it, but we do have follow me installed. So maybe I will go give that a shot, and it'll at least keep that harvester moving for a little while longer, as long as they don't crash into each other. So let's once again set this guy up to unload since we're here. And oh, it looks like the truck didn't come back because he crashed or got caught up on the silo over here. So it might not even be a problem with auto drive. It might just be that I set up a really shoddy course over here, because he is running into this thing. Alright, we're gonna blame the course creator for this one. So let's turn auto edit mode on here, and let's I probably need to disconnect this joint. I'm trying to remember how I do that. Is it shift right click? Nope, shift left click. Can I just highlight it? Nope. Oh no, I don't remember what the key is in auto drive to delete. We'll have to double check. Auto drive delete waypoint is not actually set to anything. Okay. Left alt left click. Let me try that before I start. There we go. Start deleting things. It always gets a little bit messy. And we're just gonna have this kind of come in on the grass and gradual out my turn a little bit more. That's actually probably still too steep. I think I should probably come over here. So if I do this to here, pull this forward. We're gonna do something kind of like this. But I want to see that this is actually going to work before I trust it. It's kind of a big space between those waypoints, but auto drive's pretty smart about it usually. What the bomb? We'll run. Alright, let's see if this wider turn is going to do it for us. Thank you, Stranded Canson, for the quick on the auto drive keys there. Don't hit it, don't hit it. Ooh, that's really close. Alright. We're gonna We're going to accept that. We're going to say it's going to work. Too fast into the corner? Yeah. Do I have JHG's John Deere 8R? I do not. We're going to take that. That should be all right. All right, let's see what happens now. Out to the field with you. Now, the unfortunate part is always that you can't get rid of them driving on fields and crops and stuff, but at 1.8 meters here, this is going to take too long to do manually, so I'm willing to break the realism just a smidge in order to have this going on. If you want to delete a connection between two waypoints, left click the first and then the second in the direction of travel. Oh, that's a good point too. Same applies for editing existing tracks to make them two-way. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, auto drive is probably one of the biggest game-changing mods that I've used in that it just works. And it works really nice. Once you set it up, it's kind of like set it and forget it. I'm like, here, I didn't have to touch anything, and he just kind of figured out how to get out here all by himself. And it just works without lagging your computer out as well. So I'm a big fan. So we're going to let that go. It's going to do it in a little bit slower way because it has to stop to get unloaded, but that potato harvester can do its thing. We're going to run the combine and see about getting some of these done. Helper E has completed their task. Oh, that's going to be our chopper that's... or topper that's working on the other potato fields. So maybe what we'll do is set off a worker here, and then we'll go get this chopper off of the field, and then come back and take over harvesting. I'm not sure why he's putting his pipe out while he's driving there, but whatever. And here's our chopper. Chopper topper. We used to call it a stock chopper. We did it on corn stalks, kind of like this. Stock chopper, yeah. But I guess this would be a topper when used for potatoes. So we're going to just run down here. Looks like he missed 2 rows. And Derry says it's so in-depth yet so simple. Doesn't destroy your computer. Yeah, that's the best part about auto drive. It doesn't destroy your computer. Trying to get Courseplay working with even a single overloader, and every time it tries to find a path, everything drops down into nothing. You've got 10 frames a second, and it's just chunking along. What mod makes the tracks on the field? That is a specific set of textures that they put into the map itself, such that if you have crop destruction turned on, it's going to destroy the stubble when you drive over it. And so a lot of maps have that now. Flint Hills Custom has that. Royalton has it. I want to say the Millennial Farmer map had it as well. I'm thinking that's a PC-only function, but I don't know for sure. Strandon says, you guys still run a stock chopper because you don't have a fancy corn head? Yeah, exactly. That was... I mean, I was farming 20 years ago. We were running a stock chopper. Nowadays, most people have the chopping knives on the bottom of the... corn header, but you know, that wasn't really a thing back when I was farming. All right, we're gonna get this up into the yard here, and then jump back over. It looks like our sunflower harvester combine guy here, he is almost at the end row again. So that'll be a good time to jump in and take back over from him. And I'm just going to park this right here up along the shed, I think. That's a nice out-of-the-way spot for it. And we'll run this 6R up here. I don't know that I've got anything that I need to put the 6R back onto. Probably the feed, if anything, will be what he goes back to doing next. So I'm just going to park him out of the way here by the cow barn. And the potato harvester is claiming they need to be unloaded again. I just want to come over here real quick and see if AutoDrive seems to figure it out the first time. But I don't know if I've seen him unload a second time. We're going to just let that go and see if it figures it out here over the next couple of minutes. And if it doesn't, we'll sort it out then. So let's jump back in. We wanted to take over from this sunflower harvester while he's on the top here. Get covered with some chaff coming out of the back here. And away we go. Don't need the pipe out right now. So I've never done or seen sunflower harvesting in real life, and so I'm kind of curious, do you just put them into storage? Do you dry sunflower seeds? I can't imagine you would put them through a dryer or anything. So, hey, Argsy, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I don't know what you actually do with sunflowers from a harvest perspective. I know it uses a lot of similar equipment to corn, but haven't really ever seen it done in real life. And go ahead and clean up this one row we lost over here. And then I think we're going to jump all the way over here. We're already at 74%, so I don't know if we're going to make it to the end of these short rows even, but we're going to give it a try. And I just realized that GPS is maybe not quite set up right for the width here. Yeah, we're going to lose a couple rows here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over and pick up these couple of rows just to get our GPS tracks aligned from left to right of this field. We've got to do it at some point. We might as well do it right now. Plus, we're almost full anyway, so this will just make sense. And it doesn't look like our potatoes are unloading on their own right now, so I think we are going to try Stranded Suggestion here, and we're going to set up Follow Me alongside the harvester and see if that'll work. Mr. Clock, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, man. Argsy, it has been a good stream. For once, most things are working. I think the only thing that isn't working right now is that our auto drive unloader isn't working with the potato harvester here, but I don't know if that's really an auto drive problem or the fact that harvesting potatoes is so slow we haven't gotten to a point where the output for the harvester is actually over the field yet. Smoky barbecue or dill pickle seasoning? Interesting. I don't know that I've ever tried dill pickle seasoning on sunflowers. Sounds a little off to me. So let's jump back over here. Oh my goodness, it's saving. And see if we can go ahead and get this Follow Me set up and see if this is going to work or not. We are closer to this end of the field, so we'll back it up over here. Haha, potatoes. So many potatoes. We're also doing sunflowers. We did corn earlier. Ooh, meatballs here as well. Look at that. DFF, meatball. Good to see you guys. Alright, let's see if I can remember how Follow Me works. Ooh, that was dangerous. Right control F, leader 25. Let's see, I need to be left at least 2 meters, I suspect. And then let's do that. Let's actually do 3 liters or 3 meters and see how that works. All right, we'll try this one more time. Control F. Right offset 3 meters, 3.5 meters. Something like that. All right, follow me. Do your thing. Oh, we had cruise control on. Here we go. What is going on? Why are you trying to get so close? In the realm of wonky solutions, this isn't the wonkiest I've tried, so... He seems to be doing a pretty good job. It helps that our tractor's only ever going to turn right. He's taking a page out of, is that Zoolander, where he can't turn left? What do we got? Yeah, Meatball's abandoned us. He's off playing other video games lately, which is cool. Andrew K., welcome to the stream. Appreciate the kind words. I am having a wonderful Sunday afternoon, playing some farm sim, harvesting some potatoes. So this is working. Does it continue to work if I get out? It does? Okay. So we're going to let this go until the harvester stops because he's full, and then we'll deal with it then, I guess. So appreciate the suggestion there from Stranded Canson on the follow me. We're going to jump back into this harvester, though, and get some more sunflowers done then. Yeah, Meatball, I go through phases where I need to take a break from games myself, Farm Sim specifically, and then I started a YouTube channel and said I was going to post daily. And so I don't get to take a break anymore, but I do play less from a personal perspective. I used to actually play quite a bit just single player, even in addition to all the videos, so... I don't do that so much anymore. I try to do all the playing that I'm doing for Farm Sim is something that's on video at this point. But let's see if we can get some sunflowers done here. This field's actually going pretty quick. I don't know, I think this is only going to take maybe 5-10 more minutes to get this field done, so we'll probably wrap this sunflower field up, and then I'm thinking that's going to be about the right time to wrap up an episode. I'm trying to look here. We're 2 hours in here. Usually like to try and keep the streams to around 2 hours, but we might go a little bit longer today. We've got a fair amount of sunflowers coming through here. I don't think we've filled a truck up yet, so I want to get at least one truck full and in the bins. If I tried a game called Farmer's Dynasty, I haven't. I've seen it. I've not tried it, though. We probably didn't need to come all the way back down here to the other end, but I realized I left this short row half done, and I kind of wanted to just clean this up because it was bothering me kind of seeing it out of the corner of my eye that I didn't finish taking this row to the end, so... we got to do that. Oh, DFF, you missed it earlier. We were, everybody was kind of announcing where they were from, and there were, I don't know, probably a good 10 people from various parts of Canada here in chat. So I think we're possibly outnumbered by the Canadians today. All right, let's see. We're getting 112 bushels an acre here. And I meant to check in on our yield on the precision farming map. Things are looking pretty good, given that we have the different crop types and such. And I'm going to get going back down the other way here. The brand of our header for this sunflower harvester is this Drago. Drago? And this is from the in-game mod hub that you can actually find this. I'm 10 minutes from Royalton. Nice. I've never actually been through Royalton, but my parents live up in the St. Cloud area right now, so not too far from that area, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Brian, I'm meaning to check out some of the other farming games. There's a few different games that have come out lately that I want to check out. I know Kettle and Crops has also been making a lot of enhancements to the game that I keep meaning to check out at some point. I find it just, I've gotten so invested into Farm Sim over the years that it's hard to switch games and learn something new. So I might have to check out some of those at some point. But we are doing good here. So if our sunflowers, we were looking at precision farming here. What I wanted to see was what that's doing to the nitrogen levels in our field. And so as expected, the corn really devastated our nitrogen levels, but the potatoes aren't doing nearly as much damage. The sunflowers are doing a fair amount, but not as bad as the corn. So it's interesting to see the differences there. And then obviously everything is dropping the pH levels down a little bit. So that's cool. But we're in a solid, is this what, a 90% yield window, which is about appropriate for, if I remember right, our soil type, which is silty clay, which takes a penalty to your different yields on the field. And so it's one that actually takes a penalty, if I'm not mistaken. Stardew Valley's a nice farming game. I have actually played a lot of Stardew Valley. I'm a big, 8-bit style gaming guy. I love playing those older retro-looking games. Arthur Chapman's been playing it. I used to follow Arthur Chapman quite a bit on YouTube back in the day. I don't have a lot of time to watch YouTube channels lately, so I need to every once in a while, spend a little bit of time and hop out there and see what's going on. So I'll have to check that out. All right, we got this going, and Permas, you haven't played Command and Conquer in a bit? Nice. I played the original version of that way back when. We are not quite full out here yet, but at least this potato harvester is just kind of keeping going, which is good. And so it'll be full after a while, probably somewhere around the time that we're done with this sunflower field. Both of those guys will be full again, maybe sooner. Maxwell, welcome to the stream. We're running a little longer than usual today. My intent is to wrap up this sunflower field before the end of the stream, so I gotta keep going on it. Spuds don't use nitrogen in real life much. Yeah, I was actually kind of wondering if they were going to use any. I'm on the wrong screen here. It does look like they're using some, though, because we were looking here. This is dropping it, maybe 40 kilograms per hectare. So a little bit. Oh, Perma said CNC, he meant Kettle and Crops. Yeah, so that's, I was talking about retro games, and so my my mind went to Command and Conquer, but yeah, no, Kettle and Crops is a game I just haven't had a chance to check out. I think the modding community is pretty small for Kettle and Crops. But that, I think it's probably because it's kind of a newer game, right? And I don't, when I checked out some of the videos on it, it didn't look like it was nowhere near as robust as the options in Farm Sim are right now. And so I think it's got to kind of catch up to a degree before people are going to make the jump to switch over and, you know, try and invest their time from a modding community perspective. For as much as we can complain about some of the things with Farm Sim, it's a pretty robust game. There's a lot of feature and function here. And so, you know, what I would love to see is some of these other games kind of get caught up and start driving some real competition. So that would be fun. Have some variety, have some people pushing the boundaries in different games. All right, I'm kind of wondering how that potato stuff's going. If that truck gets full, I guess Follow Me doesn't care if the truck is full or empty. It's just going to keep running around in a circle. Yeah, Argsy, I've seen it go on sale a few times. You'll have to let me know what you think. I'm curious. I've not actually ever talked to anybody who's played it before, so I would love to see some videos on it, on gameplay, you know, that are more recent. I haven't seen anybody doing, you know, on like YouTube or stuff doing a series on it. I need to see some videos. Scooters, you think it's so much better than FS19 feature-wise? Be kind of curious to compare and contrast. I mean, FS19 has all these awesome mods, like seasons and GPS. You're saying all that's included in it, base game? That'd be interesting. Maxwell, I should do a New Holland farm. Yes, I am actually thinking about doing something with some more New Holland equipment, especially with that cool TR pack coming out from Tired Iron Modding. I really like that. I like that older equipment, so I'm definitely tempted to give that a shot. Make that, do like an older farm equipment series, see if I can find some other old or, you know, maybe old modern equipment to match up with it. Whoops. Let's actually put our header down before we start driving through the crop. So it looks like our potato harvester finally got full. So I need to go unload that truck. So I'm going to go ahead and let the worker take over here. And we're going to jump over and check out what's going on here. It does look like, oh, our truck is full. Our harvester is full. So we'll turn off the helper here and take this back up to dump it out in the potato storage. Catch up on chat here. Only done the intro so far, Argsy. Yeah, you'll have to let us know how you're liking that after you've done a little bit more. Textures and tire impressions are pretty good. That's cool. Plow ruts and stuff. Oh, that's neat. Like, those are some of the things that I do miss. Like, Farm Sim has a fairly basic field and dirt texture type system. FS19 blows it away visually? Really? That's surprising. I mean, I guess the graphics are pretty good in FS19 in some regards. The lighting and coloring is just horrible, though. All right. Well, that's truck emptied, and that's going to go again for another 10-15 minutes, so that's pretty good. And then this combine is getting pretty full. I don't think I want to risk it, so we're going to go ahead and just dump this real quick while we're here up on the headland or end of the row. Eli, you loved the Clark Farm series. That was a fun map. I liked it. It had some issues, but it was fun. I know MRGs were actually working on some updates to it, adding some more farms and doing some more detailed work on it, so that's going to be pretty cool. Primus said it has a better fertilizer and soil system. That's interesting. I know that precision farming really, kind of enhanced the way that fertilizer and stuff works for Farm Sim. I would love to see a farming game add more attention to weeds instead of I don't know. I don't really like how Farm Sim does weeds, but I would love to see somebody do something where you have to use, the right amounts or varying amounts of herbicide and pesticide and things like that, and have those all affect yield and different things. That would be a lot of fun. Joda, the grain truck looks sweet. I agree. I love that grain truck. Especially with the logo on it. I don't know why this guy is putting his pipe out. Let me see if I can find a setting for that. No. Maybe it's in here. I thought I just saw a pipe always out setting somewhere. I'm not even using Courseplay right now, so I wouldn't think it would be in here, but that's where I remember seeing it. Always on full pipe is deactivated. I don't know. It's very strange. Weeds are stupid. I agree, JR. I'm sick of weeds. The herbicide mechanics in the game, herbicide costs so much in Farm Sim too. Which, I mean, it's not supposed to be cheap, but I guess if I was using sprayer section control, it helps a little bit, but I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of it. Base game has an AI system where they'll unload you if you're running the combine. See, that's what we need. I really want that. I've kind of got that working with auto drive now. I don't have it set up for today because we don't even have an overloader cart, but I kind of got it working in auto drive, but still, that should be a base game helper feature. Heard that the DB120 from JHG modding is for all platforms. I think that's going to be the case. They've been doing a good job of putting all their stuff out for all platforms, so definitely recommend checking out their Facebook page. And I think we've got just the one pass left here. We missed a few. I'm not going back for them. We'll get them when we come to unload. Toby, welcome to the stream, bud. I'd like to see Farm Sim add weather events like hailstorms, drought, flooding. I agree. You just have to be really careful with the randomization of that because I don't want to get a hailstorm every year necessarily. I mean, I guess there's some parts of the country that might be realistic, but it would be interesting to see what they could do with that. Flooding would be cool. I definitely would like to see an improved wet, soil moisture mechanic in the game where you could have realistic mud. There's mud mods out there, but they just don't work well in my opinion. I'd like to see real ground moisture mechanics working where things get muddy and you get stuck, or there's even standing water and you lose crops and such. Be really awesome. I've not used the real numbers mod, but that's on my list. I've had a number of people recommend that to me for a realistic play. So that's something to check out at some point here for sure. We're going to come over here and pick up these stragglers on sunflowers, and then we're going to go dump this sunflowers in the truck and unload all that stuff, and I think that'll be about where we're going to wrap things up for today. Yeah, DB120 on an 8RX might work. That's, DB120 is pretty big. You might need something just a smidge bigger for that. You've got a 660 combine on your real-life farm? Nice. I'm liking this 650. This is a nice little combine. This is a nice combine. It's not little. Alright, let's jump in this truck. I love it. Logos on everything. That's coming soon. Yeah, I know, Toby. I am not ignoring the comments. It's just an intimidating mod to kind of get, not just get installed, but to make sure that everything else that I have installed on the game is working, because there's so many different things that affect that. Yeah, and I agree, Toby, on the mud front, none of the mud mods in FS19 today work very well, so I always disable it. Irrigation using water would be cool. Yeah, actually having pivots that work correctly, because the fertilized mechanic is interesting, but kind of weird. Oh, we still got a little bit of sunflower in the combine we got to get out here. And then I want to take a check on these potatoes before we wrap it up today. Not much left in here, just a little smidge. Probably 100 bushels, maybe? Not even? Nope, 84. So let's run this over to our bins real quick like. And then we will, we'll go check on these potatoes. They're still moving down there, though, so that's encouraging. I'll leave that guy there. We've made not a lot of progress. We've made progress. We're probably a third of the way done with this field now. Let's see here. Yeah, I'd say probably about a third of the way done. Not quite half. Although we do have some headlands off. So that's going pretty good. What is this guy doing? He's 72% full. So, yeah. I don't know. We made some good progress here. We'll probably actually let this one run off camera, and then I'll figure out what we're going to do for the next recorded episode on Royalton. But I thought this would be a fun way to kind of tackle some of these different jobs today, jump around, do it live, and then we'll be back to Flint Hills, I think, in the video on Monday. So that's our plan. If we jump out here, start winding down. It's been an awesome stream, everybody. Really appreciate you coming out here and hanging out with me today. If you haven't already, feel free to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you like what you see, and we have a Discord server, so the link to the Discord server is in the description. Great place to hang out, get some help, and generally just talk to different people in the farm sim community. And yeah, I think that's about it. Really appreciate everybody coming and hanging out today. Well, that's all for today. Cutter.